I mean, certainly with Dr. Hill too, his full story hasn't been told yet. So.
Every time we die, we find ourselves back here again. But the night is never the same.
So it's based on the video game. I never heard of the video game. When I'm reading upon it, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a cool concept. So would you call it a spiritual successor, a sequel? What would you coin it as?
I think it's a sequel, but it's not a direct sequel. It really expands the lore, the universe that the game establishes. So there's one character from the game that comes over into the movie, and he's sort of the connective tissue between the game and the movie. I think both of the game and the movie are chapters to a larger story that hopefully, the game creators and stuff and can expand on in a new game.
Yeah, we see that on the board. There was previous victims, and you're one of them.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I was found eventually.
You were found? Yeah. I'm glad you're alive.
Yes.
So the movie, it does time loops. I would describe it as a Groundhog Day kind of effect. For those who are not familiar with the video game. So how fun was it for you to decide? It's up to you to decide who lives, who dies, how many survive, right? How much fun was that discussing it between you guys?
I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's like you're playing the game, right? Because you got to get to make that same choice. But also, what we wanted to do was not make it like kind of the same kind of time loop where you're just repeating patterns and stuff, which was important to us. And also part of when you play a video game too, it kind of adapts to you as well. So every time the night resets, it's they're encountering a new foe, a new scare, a new nightmare, as they say. So that was really fun, being able to kind of reset, and now we're dropped into a different kind of horror movie, and that was really cool.
Yeah, so you never know what to expect, or
you never know
what comes next,
yes,
which is
yes,
something I haven't seen
in
sort of any previous sort of time loopy things. Like that's what makes it unique, really.
Well, that's what's cool about it, because in most horror movies, it's the same death, right?
Yeah.
Over and over and
yeah,
over.
Yeah,
or they essentially.
Yeah.
But in this one, you have a slasher kind of influence, a body horror. Yeah. I'll call it a segment.
Yeah.
Each segment is kind of different, so you kind of keep it alive. You know what I mean?
That's why I wanted to do the movie, because it's like, I'll get to do like all of the horror in one movie, you know, and do subgenres that I haven't gotten to do before.
That's what I liked about it. It was different. I'm like, I'm liking this one.
Thank you.
And especially the ending, I was like, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
And the actors, you must have put them through torture, because...
Yes,
I'm sure they're probably like, where are we at? Which segment are we at?
Yeah, for sure. Because you have to shoot everything out of order. But it is also a very challenging movie where they have like Ella, who's every night she starts out in the rain, so she has to be wet through so much of the movie and bloody and dirty and do all these like very challenging things. But it was also very liberating for them. Like Maya was saying that. When she's a lot of the movies and TV shows she's in, she has to look pretty and perfect and all this. And here she could just like, no, you have to look dirty and just like scream and go for it. And they loved doing that.
Yeah, thank you for casting Michael Cimino. He's such a great actor.
He's the best.
It's good to see him, and he's so likable here. And that's another kind of horror trope that you kind of put aside. Like all these characters are likable. You kind of have like a jock, but then you realize he's smart.
Yeah, and even with like. We have the character of Abe, who sort of, there's some friction between him and the others, but he's still a smart character. Like, he wants to do, smart choices to try to make them survive. So there's no one where it's like, well, I just want to see that person die,
Right.
That's what we usually see in the movie. You're like, oh, he's going to get it first.
Yeah.
Because he's annoying. So what would you tell fans about, the expectations when they, play in the game and then come into the movie? What would you say to them? Because, obviously...
the fun thing about it is that it's more Until Dawn. So even if you've played the game, you're not going to know what's going to happen here, but you will pick up on all the sort of connections to the game and references and Easter eggs and things like that. So it's an expansion of it.
Yeah, and the way the game leans into different subgenres of horror, we do the same in the movie.
Yeah.
So you're getting something, every 10 minutes you're watching something. It's kind of a new movie. Same characters, new movie.
And there's implication, obviously, that this is a chapter. So can we
That's
see
right.
more?
I mean, you certainly could, because there's a lot more horror things you could do, and you could do it with other characters, and the possibilities are almost endless.
Yeah, and I think this story is not yet. I mean, certainly with Dr. Hill too, his
Yeah.
full story hasn't been told yet. So
Yeah, especially one thing that you teased that I don't want to give away. You tease, but you don't really play it up. I'm like, oh, they're waiting for the sequel.
no, yeah. Well, but the sequel could be a game. It could be
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
yeah.
same.
No, but it's not, like, I don't want to say, well, we can hold it till after. But the creature
right,
that
right,
maybe you guys tease, but we don't get
Right.
the full on thing. So I'm like,
Yeah,
Right.
there's more
Exactly.
story there.